Someday, this planet's gonna shake your world off its back like dirty water.
I wish I could tell you how to fight them.
If anyone knew how to fight them, there'd be no such thing as reservations. Our antagonists this season are very malicious. These forces have unlimited resources.
And they're gonna come out swinging.
Yeah, well, that's just life in the Serengeti, I guess.
Legislatively, financially, and their outreach is unlimited as well. They got the powers.
There are just forces coming for us that have legal backups and political backups. You can't ignore them. You can't just kind of close the gate.
I can see why this is the dream they want to sell.
Yeah, but you can't sell this. You gotta earn it. You gotta live it, and that's what they'll never understand.
In real life, there are some issues that have evolved. We've had our lands taken from us and leased out to non-native people. That's an issue that's still occurring today.
It forces, possible alliances, especially for rainwater.
There is no protection for me, Tom. Angela, Blue Thunder is a force of nature.
Born of the Water and the Sage was a great introduction.
You know what they say about making deals with the devil?
Mo is not too sure how to take this new ball of energy that is now filling the room.
She comes from the res. She's definitely had not a very easy life. Sometimes you're dealt cards in life and you're not in charge of the cards you've been dealt. But what you can do is learn to become a better card player.
She's quite the counterpart to Beth Dutton. And she's been exposed to the world in such a way that morality can be a hindrance if you want to get things done. I mean, she makes reference to rainwater being somewhat ineffective because that's the thing that's holding them back. And it's not holding back the other side. She's just angry and trying to punish the world for everything it did to her.
Angela Blue Thunder speaks some really strong truth, and it's beautiful to see more roles being written that represent strong Indigenous women like this.
It is definitely very helpful to bring awareness to, again, these issues not just being of the past, but still occurring today.
A lot of young people within our communities, within our Native communities, to be able to look up to and be like, hey, that could be me. I can turn things around in my community if I want to.
It's such a wonderful setup because Mo represents honor, integrity. Angela represents win at all cost. And somewhere in between there, I have to decide how to balance those two, given how things are evolving. But it will always be a difficult thing with Rainwater because he has adopted very much the value of life, of all life. And every time somebody ends up dead, it makes him question whether the cost of what he wants to accomplish is worth the goal. People would never forgive me, but I'm gonna do it anyway.
I read the script. I didn't know if I was dead or not. Nobody tells you. I was calling everybody.
Every road from the rodeo leads right here.
It's amazing the gift that John gives to Jimmy, especially for Jimmy to have this figure who shows that he cares in such a sort of finite way to the tune of $200 grand. That's an amount of money that would put Jimmy in debt for the rest of his life.
Hospital bill's not a concern. But you gotta make me a promise.
But it does come with a caveat, right? He says, I saved your life. Here's how you have to live your life going forward. In some way, with that money, he is buying Jimmy's loyalty.
No more rodeo.
And that's where the conflict arises between this new life that Jimmy sees for himself with Mia and this life that he signed up to, irrevocably. He took the brand. He signed up to live on this ranch for the rest of his life and to sort of follow John Dutton's orders. With those hospital bills, Jimmy is pushed that much further into that sort of system of Western justice, into that black and white system of justice.
Learn the rope, Jimmy. I'm not paying for this shit twice.
And at that same time, he's sort of seeing this other world of possibility with Mia. So I think it's very complicated for him.
He's an incredible guy. You're curious about why people decide to move into something so quickly or why certain people follow their hearts so fervently.
I think that also attests to the strength of that sort of immediate connection between Jimmy and Mia, and I think it also attests to the sort of lure of this other life. Like Jimmy, for the first time in his life, being proud of who he is and being able to clearly see somebody else too.
You still here?
You're thick and thin. It is a really cool and special dynamic between the two of them because I think they're so different, but they have kind of perfect same pages. Their books are different, but they have very similar pages throughout the book, you know?
Once he finds this family and this sense of security, I think that's when he really comes to life. And his relationship with Mia represents that. It represents him seeing himself as a person with inherent value, like all people have. And he sees Mia, I think, as a full, entire, complete person.
It's just a really beautiful thing that sort of flourishes between them.
You are.
I didn't think Jimmy was a virgin. That was some dramaturgy that like caught up with me a little later. So when I learned that, we had to go and reshoot a ton of stuff from episodes 301, 302, and 303. Rodeo is like a real community-driven sport. So to have the privilege and like the honor of watching those communities that I would otherwise never have a chance to see into is such a gift on those big rodeo days. It's a sad thing, but it's a part of this culture, is that you do it until you can't do it anymore. Like you do it until your body stops you. I was talking to Forey J. Smith about his experience of when he stopped rodeoing, right? Like how he made that decision, how he had to walk away from it to protect his body.
I miss rodeo. I miss it every day. I miss the adrenaline, the getting on, the life and death. I miss the traveling. I miss it all. And Carla Curie, I got my SAG card on the first show she was a set decorator on.
He has actually lived that life. If you look in his world, right around his bed in there, you can see a lot of his personal details that I ended up adding into that set.
Carla said, do I need pictures? You got it, whatever you want.
These are all full-length rodeo pictures. Those are real for you.
Come on, Mom. Hey, hey, hey!
Bring them all to the new pen, will you? We'll be right behind you.
The bikers, yeah. They had cut a hole in the fence.
It's too early to get in a fight.
Now they're just having camp as if it was their property. And so Ryan, Teeter, and myself decide that we're going to diplomatically ask them to leave. Teeter has different ideas because she's Teeter.
What did you just say to me?
I called you a fucking bitch!
Biker fight scene was enormous.
Especially when the stunt coordinators are coming in and we have all of these different scenes that need to go on.
There were 3 or 4 different pods within one larger fight, and they all had to be done simultaneously. And then different cast members sort of went from one to another like a giant dance with different partners, all timed out. And then Rip and Lloyd show up at the end.
It's a cool, kind of old-fashioned brawl. Throwing people around, punching, all that stuff.
Which one of these assholes is the boss of you?
I always felt a real kinship with Rip. There's something very animal about Rip and something scary about Rip. Both of those things are things that Teeter has and also qualities that make Teeter feel safe.
Oh, you're covering my back.
He's a leader.
Bikers, cowboys, and they've been doing it for a long time in this country, so I don't know how the bikers are gonna react when they see this. They'll probably be pissed off, but we got one on them, for sure.
That is fun.
Any actors that they get, whether you're a guest star or a co-star, they genuinely want to be there. Everybody's there, they're like on their A game.
And it's a beautiful scene, the way Kevin's sitting there with the 30-30 and we're all sitting there with M4s, and it's, you know, it's gotta be scary to walk up on that.
If we try to break our own psyche down, why do we like shows? Why will we wait in anticipation for another episode? Is sometimes characters get to say things in a clutch situation, a dramatic situation, that we wished we would have said.
I have children.
So do I. From what I've seen, yours will be better off without you.
John arbitrates it right there in front of us, and we like it.